Hey guys, Carl here with Adventures of Carlienne, and today we are making ube ice cream. Now, ube is a big part of being Filipino. Pretty much every dessert is made out of ube, or made with ube. And if you don't know what ube is, it's a purple yam. That's all it is. And a little quick education on some ube is that ube is not taro, and it's also not that Okinawan sweet purple potato. It's a whole entirely different thing. It kind of looks, if you look at ube itself as a potato, kind of looks like a turd. Honestly, I used to think taro and ube were the same thing. I used to be like getting these taro milk teas and calling them, oh, let me get that ube flavor. But it's not the same thing. They're totally different. Taro has also a dark skin, but on the inside it's more fleshy, like white with purple specks. And the Okinawan sweet potato has a lighter skin, a very light skin, and the inside is more of like a royal purple versus, more of a lavender purple or a lighter purple than that of the ube, if you're following along still. But if not, all you need to know is ube is quite different than taro and Okinawan sweet potato, and honestly very hard to find here in America, in California, in the Bay Area, even though there's a large population here of Filipinos everywhere you look. It's just really hard to find. You know, you can find it in the Philippines quite easily. Other ways to be like cooking with ube here, at least where I live in the Bay Area, is using these the frozen grated purple yams. Now there's a couple brands out there that I've seen and I've worked with most of them. The two ones that I always see at like my Asian grocery store is this Masagana brand here, which is an okay brand. It's I find it to be very like dry, if that makes sense. Like it's just weirdly like packed. And also I don't tend to use it very much just because it has a lot of food coloring in itself. It's grated purple yam and food coloring blue #1 and FD. See, I don't even know what the heck these are, so definitely don't use that one. The one that I do recommend using is this one. I've already used it, so I have to get more for this video, but is the Cimex or Cymex ones. Now they also sell like cassava, all these kinds of like different frozen things. But yeah, this is the one I like to use. It's just straight up yam. See, ingredient yam. That's all we want. In our ube ice cream, we really don't want it to be like that Magnolia one where it's super purple and looks just really fake, but when you taste it, it somehow tastes like coconut, which is kind of weird. Also right now, there's very popular ice cream going around at Trader Joe's called ube. It's a purple yam flavored ice cream out of Trader Joe's, and it's really, really popular right now. And I honestly don't like this one. I think it's a very toned down version of Magnolia. So it's a very mild coconutty flavor. And to me, while the pairing of ube and coconut are very nice, like my feelings with ube are pretty much the same as how I feel about acai. And I feel like, you know, if you watch the video, which is up here somewhere, I feel super strong about acai because like everywhere you go out there other than in Brazil, it's like they're masking the real flavor of acai. And that's what I feel like most people do with ube. And if they're not masking it with like coconut milk in their like purple yam jam, which is ube halaya, which is what we're making today as well, other than like ice cream. Like I feel like they're either putting way too much condensed milk, too much coconut milk, and just other things to mask the flavor of the ube itself, and we don't want that. Like the way we like to cook is we want the natural flavors to come out. You know, we want people to taste the true flavor of whatever ingredient that we want to showcase. So that being said, we're gonna be using this grated yam from Cimex or Cymex, and we'll be making our Sicilian style base for this ice cream. On top of that, we are still making ube halaya, and we're gonna be doing like a little swirl of ube halaya inside our ice cream. So that kind of like intensifies the ube flavor. Now you're like, oh, ube halaya sometimes has like coconut milk and blah blah blah. Yes, there are recipes out there, a lot of recipes out there that use coconut milk in their ube jam or purple yam jam, but we are not, because we don't want that flavor profile in our thing whatsoever. Yes, we will be using condensed milk. Yes, we will be using evaporated milk because I'm Filipino, and that's at least has to go into ube halaya. So yeah, let's get this going. First, I have to buy some more of this because it's gone. Okay guys, the first thing we're gonna make is our ube halaya for our filling in our ice cream. And you're gonna need grated ube, condensed milk, evaporated milk, vanilla, and butter. To make our ube halaya, we're gonna melt 2 tablespoons of butter and then mix in 5 ounces of condensed milk. Then you're gonna add half a pound of your thawed out grated ube right into the pot and give it a good mix. Cook it down until it's pretty much sticky but not completely dry. You're gonna wanna continually mix this so that it doesn't burn at the bottom or stick to the bottom. When you're at the point where it's sticky but not dry, you're gonna add 3 ounces of evaporated milk and about 1/8 of a teaspoon of vanilla extract. You're gonna continue to stir and cook it down until it's nice and thick. Then you're gonna put it in a container and let it cool. The next thing we have is our ube ice cream. Now we're gonna use our Sicilian base, and you're gonna need cream, milk, sugar, ube, cornstarch, and your salt. So the first thing for our ice cream is we're gonna take out all the moisture from that thawed out ube that was previously frozen. And you're gonna take 12 ounces of that grated purple ube and steam it for about 12 to 15 minutes. Then we're gonna take the steamed ube and flavor our milk and cream. So you're gonna take 1.5 cups of cream and 1.5 cups of milk. Then you're gonna add your steamed ube right into this liquid mixture. You're gonna let the gentle heat really infuse the flavors of the ube into the liquid. Now you can hit it with a few pulses with a stick blender, but I wouldn't go too crazy on it just because you don't want to thicken this liquid. Past experiments where I did use the stick blender just a little bit longer thickened the whole mixture and I couldn't really strain it out. But once your mixture is strained, you're gonna add about 1/3 of it into 3/4 cups of sugar, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt to make the slurry to thicken your base. Place the rest of the liquid in a pot on medium heat while you mix your slurry. Then add the slurry back into the pot and whisk the mixture until it comes out nice and custardy. Then take it off the heat, transfer it into a container, and cool it until it's ready to churn. So once you've finished churning your ice cream and it's ready to be packed, then it's time for the final step of making your ube ice cream with your halaya swirl. And to make the swirl, all you're gonna do is alternate putting the halaya and your ice cream right into the container. That's it. There you have it. That is our ube ice cream with a purple yam jam swirl. Now, we did a ton of experiments just to get this one ube ice cream recipe right. Honestly, we did a ton of it with our pH French base just because we thought that would be the perfect one. We made an ice cream base out of like ube halaya. We made a ube puree and then mixing that into our base, but it all came down to texture. The texture did not win me over, at least. It was kind of gritty. You can like feel the mouthfeel was very potatoey, or like when I would steep it and cold, like put it in the fridge for a cold steep, I wouldn't be able to strain it out, so it wouldn't be creamy. It would freeze really hard and like all that stuff, until one morning I'm like, you know what, just for the hell of it, let's just try the Sicilian base and steeping it really fast and putting in a filling to intensify more of the ube flavor. And that is what you saw today. That is the recipe we're gonna go with moving forward, because it's fun and it tastes really good. The texture is there. It freezes really soft, but still has a good like bite to it or texture or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, we even tried making it with the Okinawan sweet potato. Now, I'm not going to call it an ube ice cream. It's not ube ice cream, but it came out really nice. And I think we have different variations of purple potato ice cream now, and we're gonna definitely share that with you. But we know that Okinawan sweet potatoes are easier, purple sweet potatoes are easier to find in your Asian groceries. So we're gonna go ahead and do that video next week, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure to subscribe, like it, share it with your people, and hopefully pretty soon you guys will be buying our ice cream at Carlienne's Creamery. We don't have a brick and mortar place. We're, just making it for homies in the Bay Area or, new homies. We're open to new homies trying our ice cream. So yeah, like, subscribe, ding, bell, ding, watch our other videos. It's nice. All right, bye.